World Affairs Council of Austin unveils inaugural International Diplomatic Educator of the Year awardees, 10 visionaries inducted into prestigious Ring of Honor. Today, the World Affairs Council of Austin announces the launch of its groundbreaking Global Educator Awards program, naming the inaugural class of recipients for the International Diplomatic Educator of the Year award. This esteemed award recognizes the most impactful contributors in the fields of international education, diplomacy, and global affairs programming. Today, we are having 2 video conferences to announce our awardees. We are having this video conference to honor the international educators and students, and later this morning we are having a video conference for the awardees who are here in the United States. The International Ring of Honor, established by the World Affairs Council of Austin, is a distinguished recognition program that celebrates organizations, institutions, and individuals who have profoundly reshaped the way the world thinks about legal education, justice, and civic responsibility. This award is not simply ceremonial. It is a mandate to honor those who go beyond traditional boundaries to inspire new generations of students and educators across the globe. The Ring of Honor highlights achievements that demonstrate extraordinary leadership in international legal education, genocide awareness, and restorative justice. Honorees are selected for their ability to challenge silence, confront atrocity, and embed timeless principles of accountability into the global curriculum. By elevating these voices, the Council ensures that crimes against humanity are never buried with the criminal, but instead live on as lessons for justice and remembrance. Through this recognition, the Council underscores the enduring responsibility of legal systems and educators to preserve memory and empower youth as guardians of truth. The International Ring of Honor is more than an award. It is a living legacy. Each honoree becomes part of a global circle of influence, shaping the future of justice education and ensuring that the pursuit of accountability remains central to international dialogue. In a move that sets an incredibly high standard for future recognition, WACA has automatically placed all 11 of these initial awardees into the esteemed Ring of Honor, a permanent tribute to those who have demonstrated unparalleled commitment to cultivating global citizens. This is an exhilarating moment for the World Affairs Council of Austin and for the global education community, said name and title of WACA spokesperson E.G. Sarah Chen, Executive Director of WACA. We are celebrating 10 extraordinary individuals whose dedication has fundamentally transformed how students and professionals understand and engage with the complexities of the world. They are the architects of global competence, and their induction into the Ring of Honor is richly deserved. The inaugural class, a founding cohort of excellence. The International Diplomatic Educator of the Year Award was established this year to formally recognize the dedication of educators and practitioners who tirelessly promote global understanding through curriculum development, diplomatic training, and fostering cross-cultural dialogue. The inaugural class, comprised of 10 leaders drawn from diverse academic and professional backgrounds, represents the pinnacle of achievement in this specialized field. Their induction into the Ring of Honor signifies their status as founding pillars of the award program. WACA leadership emphasized the unique structure of this initial year. While 10 educators were selected for the award, all 10 are automatically enshrined in the Ring of Honor. This framework recognizes the historic significance of their founding contributions. Beginning in 2026, the selection process for the Ring of Honor will become highly selective. Only one individual nominated for the Diplomatic Educator of the Year award will be subsequently added to the Ring of Honor annually, making future induction a rare and exceptional achievement. Recognizing the cornerstone of global literacy. The World Affairs Council of Austin believes deeply that investing in global educators is crucial for the future stability and prosperity of nations. Through programs like the Global Scholars Diploma and the Global Educator Awards, WACA aims to elevate the status and visibility of this essential work. To underscore the strategic importance of this field, WACA highlighted the 5 reasons why international educators are important. Fostering global citizenship. International educators equip students with the empathy and perspective needed to understand their role in the global community. moving beyond national boundaries to address transnational challenges like climate change, health crises, and economic volatility. Bridging cultural divides, they actively teach intercultural dialogue and communication skills, vital tools for minimizing conflict and maximizing collaboration between diverse populations, governments, and organizations. Developing critical thinking in geopolitics, they provide rigorous instruction on international relations, historical context, and geopolitical theory, enabling students to analyze complex global events critically and resist misinformation. Preparing students for a globalized workforce. In an economy that demands international collaboration, these educators ensure graduates possess the linguistic, cultural, and collaborative competencies necessary to thrive in multinational corporations and diplomatic roles. Promoting peace and understanding through dialogue. Ultimately, international educators champion the use of diplomacy, dialogue, and mutual respect as the primary tools for conflict resolution, laying the groundwork for a more peaceful future. The impact these honorees have had extends far beyond the classroom walls, noted WACA board member, if applicable. They are actively shaping the next generation of diplomats, policymakers, and global leaders. The Ring of Honor will stand as a perpetual testament to their vision and their enduring legacy. A commitment to future global excellence. The establishment of the International Diplomatic Educator of the Year Award and the Ring of Honor solidifies WACA's commitment to supporting and recognizing global education excellence worldwide. This initiative complements WACA's existing efforts, including the successful implementation of the Global Scholars Diploma Program, which certifies high school students who dedicate themselves to rigorous international education studies. WACA looks forward to celebrating these 10 inaugural inductees at a special ceremony later this year, where their achievements and contributions will be highlighted. This event will serve not only as a celebration of their past accomplishments, but also as a rallying cry for the future of diplomatic education. The selection process for the 2025 International Diplomatic Educator of the Year Award and the 2026 Ring of Honor induction will begin in late 2024, inviting nominations from across the globe, ensuring that WACA continues to honor trailblazers who are dedicated to fostering a more interconnected and informed world. About the World Affairs Council of Austin. The World Affairs Council of Austin is dedicated to educating citizens about global issues, critical foreign policy challenges, and international affairs. WACA promotes global competence through educational programs, including the Global Scholars Diploma Initiative, public forums, and the highly prestigious Global Educator Awards program, fostering dialogue and understanding between Central Texas and the world. Ben Ramirez, Vice President and Executive Director of the World Affairs Council of Austin, announces the following 2025 awardees. 1. Dr. Joe Gonzalez, El Paso. 2. Dr. Kevin Cunningham, El Paso. 3. Pavel Shidlovsky, Washington, D.C. 4. Trudy Purnell, UK. 5. Pasquale Mariano, Italy. 6. Mei Shi, Taiwan. 7. Marine Khachaturian, Armenia. 8. Ani Dekermenchian, Armenia. 9. Sunshine Lea Kolbezin, Croatia. 10. Tateos, New Hampshire. Our international awardees include Pavel Shidlovsky, Washington, D.C., Trudy Purnell, UK, Pasquale Mariano, Italy, Mei Shi, Taiwan, Y. Klemenko, Belarus, Marine Khachaturian, Armenia, Ani Dekermenchian, Armenia, Sunshana Lea Kolbezin, Croatia, Pavel Shidlovsky. Michael Cunningham explained, I have known Pavel for 4 years, and I have worked closely with him on many different projects. His inspirational leadership has encouraged me to establish no less than 5 different international projects. It is through this relationship that the World Affairs Council of Austin has positioned itself at the forefront of international legal education by confronting atrocity through curriculum innovation and global partnerships. Under the direction of Michael Cunningham, the Council has launched initiatives that challenge students to see genocide not as distant history, but as a living mandate for justice. One of the most impactful projects, Geography of a Genocide, reframes how young people study atrocity by mapping the physical, cultural, and political landscapes where crimes against humanity occurred. This approach moves beyond abstract lessons, compelling students to confront the reality that genocide is rooted in place, memory, and human decision-making. By embedding reflection tasks, debate modules, and Socratic inquiry into the curriculum, The program empowers students to wrestle with questions of sovereignty, accountability, and moral law. At the same time, the Belarus Legal Project has become a cornerstone of the Council's international outreach. Inspired by Belarus's prosecution of Nazi war criminals and its policy of no statute of limitations for genocide and crimes against humanity, the project highlights the enduring responsibility to pursue justice whether perpetrators are alive or dead. This principle has reshaped how educators in Texas and beyond teach crime and punishment, embedding the idea that atrocity cannot be buried with the criminal. The success of these initiatives has been strengthened by the Council's relationship with Pavel Szydlowski, Chargé d'Affaires of Belarus in Washington, D.C. Szydlowski's diplomatic engagement has provided vital context and support, ensuring that the Belarus Legal Project is not only an academic exercise, but also a bridge to real-world international dialogue. His collaboration with me underscores the importance of connecting education with diplomacy, allowing students to see how principles of justice are defended and advanced on the global stage. Together, these initiatives reflect my vision that legal education must be more than technical training. It must be a call to memory, dignity, and restorative justice. By linking the geography of genocide with Belarus's model of timeless accountability, and by fostering diplomatic ties through Szydlowski's leadership, the World Affairs Council of Austin ensures that students are not only learning about law, but are being prepared to carry forward the legacy of justice into the next century. Therefore, we honor Pavel Szydlowski. Marine Khachaturian, Michael Cunningham stated, "I have known Marine for 6 years, and I have worked with her many times during this time. She was the inspiration for my master's thesis and my theory of edgicide. Now we are honoring her for her work." Now, for more than a decade, Marine Khachaturian has been at the heart of the Armenian Virtual College's mission to bring Armenian studies to learners worldwide. As education program coordinator and now manager of the education team, she has overseen curriculum design, online instruction, and hybrid learning initiatives that connect students across continents. Her leadership has ensured that AVC's programs are accessible in multiple languages, including Eastern and Western Armenian, English, Russian, French, and Spanish, making Armenian heritage and identity available to the global diaspora. Her work has included coordinating AVC's hybrid education program, which blends online courses with face-to-face sessions at partner institutions such as the Russian Armenian Slavonic University. Through this model, students gain access to structured courses in Armenian language, history, and culture, while also engaging in live discussions that deepen their connection to heritage and civic responsibility. This educational vision has been strengthened by the contributions of Michael Cunningham, class of 2023 graduate of AVC's master's program. Cunningham's research advanced the framework of edgicide theory, which examines how educational erasure and cultural destruction function as forms of genocide. His work highlighted the failure of U.S. foreign policy under President Woodrow Wilson during World War I to protect Armenia, a missed opportunity that left a lasting scar on international justice. By integrating this historical lesson into modern curriculum, Cunningham's scholarship complements Khachaturian's leadership, ensuring that AVC students confront both the cultural geography of genocide and the geopolitical failures that allowed atrocity to unfold. Together, Marine Khachaturian's innovative educational leadership and Cunningham's theoretical contributions position the Armenian Virtual College as a global hub for Armenian studies and justice-centered inquiry. Their collaboration demonstrates how heritage education, when paired with critical analysis of historical policy, can empower students to preserve identity, confront atrocity, and redefine justice for the future. Mei Mary Shi. For over 20 years, Mei Mary Shi has been a driving force in Taiwan's educational innovation, pioneering the use of video conference platforms and distance learning technologies to connect students across borders. Long before virtual classrooms became mainstream, Shi envisioned education as a global dialogue, where students in Taiwan could engage directly with peers and educators worldwide. Her leadership has consistently emphasized interactive formats, particularly mock trials, debate simulations, and civic reasoning exercises, that allow students to practice advocacy and critical thinking in real time. Her work has been supported by the Taiwan Ministry of Education, which has championed international collaboration and the expansion of global educational exchanges. Through this partnership, she has been able to scale her vision, ensuring that Taiwan's classrooms are not only technologically advanced but also globally connected. Programs such as the Time Project and youth dialogues around climate change and justice reflect the ministry's commitment to empowering students as international citizens, while Shi's leadership ensures that these exchanges remain interactive, rigorous, and deeply human. Her partnership with Michael Cunningham has been central to this vision. Together, they have collaborated on international programs that merge Shi's expertise in technology-driven pedagogy with Cunningham's curriculum in legal studies, genocide awareness, and restorative justice. Over 2 decades, they have co-designed initiatives that bring world-class schools into alignment with global standards of justice education, ensuring that students in Taiwan and Texas alike are empowered to confront atrocity, preserve memory, and redefine justice. Through Shi's leadership, Taiwan's classrooms became early adopters of video conference mock trials, where students argued cases across continents, learning not only the mechanics of law, but also the ethics of dialogue. Cunningham's contributions provided the scenario-based legal frameworks, from constitutional fidelity to international mediation, that gave these exercises depth and rigor. Together, their work demonstrates how distance learning can transcend geography, creating a shared civic space where students practice justice as a living mandate. Today, Shi's legacy in Taiwan is inseparable from this long-standing collaboration. By combining her vision for technology-enabled education with Cunningham's commitment to justice-centered curriculum, and by aligning with the Taiwan Ministry of Education's global outreach, they have modeled what it means to build truly world-class schools, institutions that prepare youth not only for academic success, but for leadership in the global pursuit of justice. Pasquale Mariano. Pasquale Mariano, an Italian educator and international English teacher, has distinguished himself by designing creative approaches to EFL instruction that immerse students in real-world dialogue. In 2025, Mariano launched a groundbreaking project that connected his students with Rev. Charles Murr, the American priest and author known for his writings on Vatican intrigue, including Death in the Vatican. As part of this initiative, Mariano's students conducted interviews with Rev. Murr entirely in English, asking questions about his experiences inside the Vatican and the events surrounding the College of Cardinals' preparations to select a new pope. Murr, who had worked in the Vatican for several years, offered the class first-hand insights into the inner workings of the Church and the atmosphere leading up to the conclave. Mariano's innovation was not only in bringing a global voice into the classroom, but in making it the foundation of his students' high school English examinations. Rather than relying on rote memorization, students were required to demonstrate fluency by answering questions in English, but replicating the same format used during their dialogue with Murr. This method transformed the exam into a living exercise in communication, cultural exchange, and critical inquiry. By situating language learning within the context of Vatican history and contemporary events, Mariano gave his students a rare opportunity to practice English while engaging with a figure who had witnessed the complexities of faith, politics, and secrecy at the highest levels of the Church. The project exemplifies Mariano's philosophy that language education must be experiential, global, and tied to meaningful dialogue. Ani Demencian has dedicated her career to teaching Armenian language and culture through AVC's innovative online platform. Based in Yerevan, she has worked with AVC for more than 7 years, guiding students from diverse backgrounds across the world. As a senior online instructor, she teaches courses in Eastern Armenian and supports learners in mastering the language through interactive, asynchronous programs. Her role extends beyond language instruction. Decker-Mention has been actively involved in global leadership programs, welcoming students from countries such as Brazil, Russia, and the United States to AVC's Yerevan office. She has led Western Armenian language classes for participants in the AGBU Global Leadership Program, ensuring that Armenian heritage remains accessible to diaspora youth. Ani's teaching philosophy emphasizes personal connection and cultural immersion. She often meets students in person when they visit Armenia, bridging the gap between online learning and lived experience. Her work embodies AVC's mission to make Armenian studies available worldwide in multiple languages and to foster a sense of identity and belonging among learners who may be far from their ancestral homeland. Sunčana Lea Kolbezin, Croatia. Sunčana Lea Kolbezin, an educator at the Sistine Gymnasia in Zagreb, has distinguished herself through projects in civic education and international collaboration that place her students at the heart of global dialogue. She has coordinated e-twinning initiatives such as Superstitions 2024-2025, connecting Croatian students with peers abroad through digital platforms, and guided civic campaigns that challenge gender inequality in the labor market, where students used symbolic acts like wearing ties to spark conversation and dismantle stereotypes. Her research, including presentations on the Balkans' cultural identity, explores the intersection of heritage and modernity, while her creative media presence on platforms like YouTube, Prezi, and Mixcloud extends her reach beyond the classroom. Kolbezin represents a new generation of Croatian educators who blend civic responsibility, cultural inquiry, and digital innovation, ensuring that education is not only about knowledge, but also about participation, identity, and justice. Trudy Purnell. It is my privilege today to introduce a remarkable educator whose vision and leadership have left an indelible mark on both her students and the global learning community. We gather to celebrate Trudy Purnell, Head of Humanities and Global Learning Coordinator at Rushcliffe Spencer Academy in Nottingham, United Kingdom, as she is welcomed into the Ring of Honor for International Educators of the World Affairs Council of Austin. Trudy Purnell has dedicated her career to ensuring that education is not confined to the classroom, but instead becomes a gateway to the world. As Head of Humanities, she has inspired her students to explore history, geography, and philosophy not as static disciplines, but as living inquiries into justice, culture, and human responsibility. Her leadership in the humanities faculty has elevated Rushcliffe Spencer Academy's reputation as a class school, where academic rigor is matched by a commitment to civic engagement and international collaboration. But it is in her role as Global Learning Coordinator that Trudy's impact has truly transcended borders. She has championed initiatives that connect her students to peers across continents, embedding global citizenship into everyday teaching. Through her guidance, students have participated in international projects that foster dialogue, empathy, and cross-cultural understanding. She has shown that education is not only about mastering knowledge, but about cultivating the skills and values needed to thrive in a connected, interdependent world. Her accomplishments reflect a philosophy that resonates deeply with the mission of the World Affairs Council of Austin, that education must prepare young people to confront the challenges of our time with courage, creativity, and a sense of justice. By weaving together curriculum innovation, civic responsibility, and international outreach, Trudy Purnell has modeled what it means to be a global educator in the truest sense. Tonight, as we induct her into the Ring of Honor for International Educators, we recognize not only her achievements, but also the legacy she is building. A legacy of students who see themselves as citizens of the world, who understand that their voices matter, and who are prepared to lead with empathy and conviction. Trudy Purnell stands as a beacon of what education can achieve when it is guided by vision, integrity, and a commitment to global learning. It is with great pride that we honor her tonight and welcome her into this distinguished circle of educators whose work ensures that justice, memory, and dignity remain at the heart of learning across the world. Please join me in celebrating Trudy Purnell, a true architect of global education and a worthy member of the Ring of Honor for International Educators.